Hey, what's up guys? We're going to talk about the Lucid Air and how it has the potential to be the first true Tesla competitor. So stick around and we'll try to answer that question. So we're going to start off with specs. They have the Dream Edition, they have the Grand Touring, they have the Touring, and they have the regular one. The Dream Edition is the one that's coming out next year, so they're already building the factory in Arizona to make that. So that starts at $169,000 in the US. It has 1,080 horsepower. It has a 113 kilowatt hour battery, which is 13 kilowatt hours bigger than a Model S battery. And it has over 500 miles of range. So it's very efficient. Now to put that in 0 to 60 in quarter mile time, so it gets to 60 in 2.5 seconds. And it does the quarter mile in 9.9 seconds for a full-size sedan. That is insane. So build quality and craftsmanship and stuff. So overall, it has a very good build quality, at least what I saw in the videos. It looks really nice, very elegant. The stitching, everything looks super high quality. And they also said in production that they're not going to chase numbers, that they're going to try to produce quality over quality and to try to get it consistent, then chase the numbers. So they were kind of slowly, indirectly taking a jab at Tesla, I think, but it was kind of funny. Display is going to be high quality at 5K resolution, and the center console also kind of goes up into the screen to reveal some more storage space beneath it. So pretty awesome. And the executive seats in the back look super cool. So it's going to have amazing audio from what they said, built in-house 21 speakers, 800 watts. It's going to have a Lucid Air app, so it's going to be similar to the Tesla app where you could turn on the AC, turn on the seat heaters and stuff like that, get your range, get your distance, things of that nature. It's going to have facial recognition, so when you sit in the car, it detects your face. It's going to change your profile, so if you like the steering wheel here or here or whatever, or move the seat or stuff, and probably your other settings too. So Tesla does that now, except without looking at your face. You just select it on the touchscreen and then you could change that. And it changes, again, your seats, your steering wheel and stuff, mirrors. And it also changes your settings. So if you have rain, let's say if you like seeing it in kilometers per hour instead of miles per hour, it changes that as well. So it saves those mini settings as well, so which is pretty cool. But I wonder how that's going to work during COVID because a lot of people are wearing masks, which is good. Or if they're wearing sunglasses and stuff. So I wonder how that's going to work. I also wonder how it's going to work if there are twins. If there are identical twins, I don't think it's going to work too well. So I hope there's an option that they could select it manually. According to Lucid, their battery pack is 17% more efficient than other automakers, other American automakers, which I think, again, they're referring to Tesla. So that's attributed to like better thermal management system, better battery monitoring system. So a whole bunch of stuff like that. And even the battery on the bottom is kind of curved a little bit for it to be more aerodynamic, which is pretty crazy that they've gone to those lengths. So the battery is going to be on a 900 volt architecture and it supports 300 kilowatts of charging, which is pretty crazy because Tesla's fastest supports up to 250 kilowatts. But a few things to keep in mind. You're not going to get these speeds at home. This is level 3 charging, so you don't have 900 volts at home. People typically have 240 volts at home. And so this is going to be with Electrify America. Another thing to keep in mind is because it supports 300 doesn't mean you're going to get 300 the entire time. So typically, again, I can't speak for Lucid, but just typically, and the way this is how Tesla works, and a lot of other car companies work the same way, to preserve the battery's longevity, to preserve its life, what they do is they slow down the charge. So the higher the charge you get to, so when you pass like 70, 80%, 90%, the charge rate really goes down to preserve the battery's life. You'll get a good amount of charge in 20 to 30 minutes. Powertrains are going to be similar like Tesla, so they're going to have a single rear motor, dual motors, so one in the front and one in the back, between the wheels obviously, and tri-motor, so they're going to have two in the back and one in the front. So they can support that. Obviously battery is going to be in the center of the car, so low center of gravity should give it pretty good handling overall. Lucid also claims a smaller footprint for its powertrain, and it's basically saying its powertrain weighs 73 kilograms and it can produce up to 670 horsepower individually. So they mentioned autonomous driving, but not much. They more mentioned the sensors And they also said that they're going to use high def LiDAR. Now Tesla doesn't use LiDAR. They just don't believe in it, but Lucid does. But they didn't really talk too much. They just said it's autonomous ready. They didn't really mention anything about it other than auto park. They said that it could auto park in different situations, and they specifically said that you won't scratch your rims. Now, I want to see that because for normal positions and stuff, I think it'll probably do really well. Again, the Tesla also does really well, but I wonder how it'll do in difficult spots. It has a huge frunk, the biggest from all the cars. And the reason for that is, again, is because the powertrain is really small, the HVAC is really small, so it has a huge frunk. So that's pretty awesome. So it supports bidirectional charging as well, which means it could take a charge. It could also give a charge. So, you know, if there was a power outage or whatever, then you can actually take power from the car. So it supports that. You can also charge another Lucid Air with another Lucid Air. So I wonder how that's going to work if you're driving on the highway or something and you see a Lucid Air on the side and you're like, hey, do you need a charge? And then just plug into your car to the other car. It'll be like the new form of jumper cables. So Lucid also plans on making battery packs for the home like the Tesla Powerwall, which is going to be pretty awesome. They're also going to make it for offices, so like the bigger ones. And finally, the interior, they're going to have multiple different colors, meaning the front seats are going to be a different color and the back seats are going to be a different color. And this is inspired from California, and that's why you see the little bear there. So essentially, they started from Santa Monica, California, and they checked different times of the day, and they kind of changed the colors of the interior based on how it looked in California. And they went to different parts of California, and that's why you have the different color interiors. They're making a factory in Arizona to produce the car next year. They're going to have 20 service centers by next year, the first one being in Beverly Hills. And they're going to have some stores that you could put a VR headset and other things like that. The other good thing is their battery packs and things like that, they're transferable to other cars. So, you know, when they plan on making a smaller, cheaper car in the future, it's going to be a pretty easy port from what they were saying. And they're also going to sell their technology, their powertrain and battery and stuff, from what it sounded like, to other manufacturers to speed up the adoption of electric cars. And also to help with their financials, I would assume. Now in terms of looks, do I like the looks? I really like the exterior. I like the front more than the back. I like the way the lights kind of fold. They also said it had really bright lights, the best lights from all the cars. I like the interior quality. I personally don't like the steering wheel. I don't like the way it looks. I really like the fact that there's a lot of healthy competition, because when manufacturers kind of compete with each other, they make better products and they sell for less. So it's really good for the consumer. So I really like that. And it pushes for more innovation. So really, really good. But I also really like the fact that they made it efficient and fast. So that's kind of what Tesla does. But it's more efficient and faster on a quarter mile than a Tesla Model S. But again, battery day's not here yet. So battery days are probably going to change a lot of things. But that also might be why Lucid Air released this before Battery Day, because Battery Day is less than 2 weeks away, September 22. So that's going to be very interesting. So it's going to change the whole dynamic. So it really comes down to, is it going to dethrone Tesla? That's really the question. And I personally don't think it is. I think there's space for Lucid, but I don't think it's going to kill Tesla. So the reason why I say that is because Tesla has 4 variants right now. So they have the Model S, the Model X, the Model 3, and the Model Y. Now, in a few years, Lucid will have an $80,000 Lucid Air, which is around the same price as the Model S, the starting price. Now, by then, Tesla will probably have redesigned the Model S to make it even better. So Tesla has 2 years to make it better. But even if, let's just assume Lucid Air came out and the $80,000 one is amazing, and everyone bought a Lucid Air instead of a Model S, and Tesla stopped selling Model S's. Let's just assume that, which is not going to happen. But even if that did happen, Tesla still has the Model 3 and the Model Y, which are its #1 sellers, really. And the Cybertruck's coming out, and there's over 750,000 pre-orders on the Cybertruck. So once that's out, it's going to sell a lot more cars. So even if the Model S was dethroned, which, Tesla still has all this other stuff. And imagine if Tesla comes out with a $20,000 to $25,000 electric car. That's going to be insane. Or reduces the price of the Model 3 to like $25,000 or something. That's just going to be insane. So I don't think it's going to dethrone Tesla. I don't think Tesla's going anywhere. And, you know, Tesla's kind of been making electric cars for a long time now. They know a thing or two about electric cars. They know a thing or two about batteries. You know, Tesla's kind of proven themselves, especially if you talk to people about their Teslas. Do they like their cars? Most people do, especially me. Is Tesla perfect? No. Are other cars perfect? No. There's always room for improvement, but Tesla's really, really, really good, especially for the price. They're amazing for the price. But obviously there's room for improvement everywhere. So, a few things to keep in mind. Tesla has the upper hand. Just off the top of my head, they have a larger charging infrastructure, the number one charging infrastructure from all the electric cars. They have way more than anyone else, and they're constantly adding more. So they have a whole bunch in America. They have some in Canada, some in Mexico. They have a whole bunch in Europe. They have a whole bunch in parts of Asia, and they're kind of adding more and more places. So Tesla has a really good infrastructure. That's number one. Tesla has autopilot. They've been testing it for years. They have a lot of data. They're doing a complete rewrite of it, and they want to release full self-driving soon enough, within a month or two. I don't know if it's going to come out in a month or two, but it'll probably be out in like a year or two, I'm pretty sure. So, but you know, the car already stops at stop signs. The car already stops at red lights. You know, you can summon the car. It already does a lot of things. Is it perfect? No, but it's pretty good already. They have a lot more service centers now. They have mobile service, and let me tell you guys, mobile service is amazing. They show up to your door, they call you, you go outside, they fix your car, and then you just go back inside, and then you're done. And you don't have to wait in line, you don't have to drive anywhere, you don't have to wait in line to like fill out like, yeah, this is me, you know, get another car. Like, it's just, they come to your house, they fix your car, and then they're done. Obviously for smaller stuff, not for big stuff. Tesla has an advantage over price. They have more models. They have cheaper models that cost less. So it's easier for more people to buy a cheaper car. It's more affordable. Tesla has brand recognition. Not a lot of people know about Lucid. Now, of course, that's going to change. And especially, you know, Rivian's going to come out too. So Rivian's going to be, more people will know about that as well. But right now, Tesla's been out for a while. So a lot of people know about Tesla. And a lot of people are interested in Tesla, even if they're not car people. They just ask questions like, oh, can you really move the car with your phone? Does it really have dash cam? Can you really watch movies on the screen? You know, they ask those questions, so they're interested. And they have Elon Musk. So, you know, hate him or love him, he's made Tesla very successful, just like SpaceX. So, yeah, I think as long as he's in charge, I don't think Tesla's going anywhere. So I think it's just going to go up with him in charge, personally. And finally, I just want to say that I read a lot of stuff that the Lucid CEO, Rawlinson, it said he didn't, I don't think he said that, but it was just on some places that it said that like he designed the Model S or something along those lines. But Elon tweeted, and I'm going to read this verbatim, quote, Rawlinson didn't design Model S. Prototype was done before he joined, and he left us in the lurch just as things got tough, which was not cool. He did make some contributions to body chassis engineering, but not to powertrain, battery, electronics, or software. End quote. So basically, he helped out. He helped out with the body and chassis. He didn't really touch the powertrain, battery, electronics, or software. And this was like years ago. The Model S has, you know, it's a lot better now than it was years ago because it came out in 2012, I believe. And, you know, it's much faster now. It has a bigger battery. It looks nicer. So it can obviously do a lot more things with all the updates it got. So, yeah, I wonder how that's going to be. But not to say that Rawlinson, I mean, looking at the Lucid Air, it looks like a really nice car. The interior looks really nice. Numbers look great. So obviously he does know a thing or two, and he has a great team behind him. That's what it looks like. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. Do you guys like the Lucid Air? Do you not like it? Do you think it'll be successful? Do you think it will dethrone Tesla? And as always, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. And thank you guys for watching.